Okay, I'm gonna make a quick video quickly on why your plants may not be responding to water. In other words, your ground's moist, but they still kind of look wilty. You know, they should have plenty of moisture, but they don't seem to be taking enough water in. And this is root knot nematodes. They should just be nice, clear, just regular roots, but there's these little nematode that stings the roots and causes these galls on the roots and gets where this plant can't take in enough water. This is a cantaloupe plant. They are very susceptible to the nematodes. The tomatoes are bad about getting nematodes. Your cantaloupes are really bad about getting eggplants. Okra really draws in a lot of nematodes. You also have eggplant. Those type of plants, usually broadleaf plants, bring in the nematodes. So this was done on a raised bed out in the main garden. So I brought it back up here so it'd be easier to film. But you know, my choices now, I was pulling everything up anyway. I hadn't really noticed that they were wilting bad, but really my choices now on that raised bed is, okay, I've got nematodes in there. It's going to take them a couple of years to die off. So what I'm going to have to do is plant crops in there that are not nematode susceptible. One of the things I can do is plant like onions or corn, and there is a nematode resistant black-eyed pea or field pea. May try that also, but I'm probably going to plant it in corn and onions this winter, just to try to get these nematodes knocked back down to where it won't cause that much of a problem. I have planted nematode susceptible crops for 4 or 5 years now, so it's finally caught up with me. I did one time have, I guess, short story, I did one time have at the old house, I planted some okra there the year before. I went back and planted cantaloupes, and I got to noticing that the cantaloupes would, even though the soil was moist, there's always a bird around. Oh, that's one of the pileated woodpeckers. Come here. See him over there? Can you see it?
I don't think so.
He's not far enough out yet. There he goes to fly. I don't know if you can see him. Anyway. Hope you don't poke on the house, but yeah, they're a pretty bird. Anyway, I watered them, and soil was moist, but when I water them, they go ahead and perk back up. And I know I watered them for about 3 weeks because I have 3 cantaloupes. I just wanted to go ahead and bring them to, so they get ripe so I could pick them. And I did pick them. They tasted good, but when I pulled the roots out, they were worse than this. I mean, they were just had, the nematodes all over the root system. So it made sense that the fact that when I would water them, that it put enough water there that the nematodes, the plant was able to take enough water. But the more moisture you have, the more the nematodes flourish, so they would just keep multiplying. It's kind of a vicious cycle. But I did make a crop. My water bill did go up about $45, $50 that month, but I got three $15 cantaloupes on that crop. But it did teach me a lesson of that's what happened. If you're going to be growing okra, you really got to be careful because nematodes love okra, and then it'll transfer over to the next year. You're supposed to rotate off for 3 years. I'll probably do it 2 years in a row, try to keep any type of, and if I do plant tomatoes back there, I'll plant some nematode resistant tomatoes. But that's just to let you know that that's what this is. If you pull your cantaloupes up or you pull your tomatoes up and the roots look like this, you got some bad nematodes. I will say that if you're pulling up beans or peas, they will have some nodules on them also, but they may or may not be the nematode problems because they will take, they have a bacteria that will take nitrogen from the air and put it into those little nodules, and that's a good thing. So, and I think the way you can tell them, if you pull the nodules off on those, they come off clean, where these nodules are part of the root. You can't pull them off. It's, they're actually in the root itself. So, but anyway, it's just something, if you're pulling up beans or peas and you see all these nodules since they're a legume, they may have nodules on them that's not bad. But cantaloupes and watermelons and eggplants, tomatoes, peppers, you got this, you got nematodes. But anyway, just letting you know.